Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about some brutal comments made by George Russell following the Imola Grand Prix, as well as a statement from the FIA. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Russell, who's issued a damning verdict of Mercedes' performance in Imola. Now in qualifying it was looking good for Russell, with him able to take P3, but in the Grand Prix the team were just nowhere. I mean, you look at Kimi Antonelli, he was struggling for pace and then he ended up retiring from the Grand Prix, and then Russell, whilst he had a good start, he only ended up finishing 7th, and it was quite clear that the team were battling against rising temperatures during the Grand Prix, and Russell says the heat is causing him and Mercedes a headache as they have poor performances when the temperatures go up. And when asked if it was just an unfortunate weekend in which he failed to score decent points, Russell told Sky F1, "No, we were definitely not with bad luck. We were just dead slow. I mean, the trends are pretty clear. When it's hot, we're slow. When it's cold, we're quick. And that was the same last year. We've been doing everything with this setup to try and find solutions, but there's clearly something more fundamental in the car." Now, consistency is something Mercedes have struggled with in this ground effect era, but it's quite clear in 2025 that the car is not at its best when the temperatures are hot. I mean, we've seen in cooler conditions Russell be right up there fighting for podiums, fighting for wins. We've also seen Antonelli put in good performances as well, but when those temperatures go up, it's like the drivers just don't have a chance and they're just battling to score any kind of points. And while I expect to see Mercedes up there in several races, because not every race is going to be hot, I think this is going to be a long season for Mercedes where consistency is yet again going to be an issue. But let's move on to Oliver Bearman, with the FIA issuing a statement about his fastest time in qualifying. Now in Q1, Bearman ended up putting in a time that was good enough for 10th position at the end of the session, only for that time to be deleted when it was determined by race control that it had been posted after the red flags were thrown for Franco Colapinto's crash. There was confusion over this though, because before Q2 got underway there was a review of the situation, so that delayed Q2. But the final decision was that Bearman's time should not stand, so his time was deleted and he ended up only going 19th fastest. And the FIA said, in relation to the Oliver Bearman situation in Q1, the red flag was set at 16:32 17.6 seconds. Bearman crossed the line at 16:32 20.9 seconds, with the abort signal red flag shown on the start gantry. Qualifying 2 was delayed to enable the stewards to consult the relevant timing experts and examine the underlying data to satisfy themselves that the timing system data was valid and it was therefore right to proceed. Now when you look at Bearman's onboard, it does look like that the red flag board did not come on until after he crossed the line, but it was the orange abort lights that was the issue. And those orange lights were present on the gantry above him before he crossed the line, in accordance with Article 37.6 of the sporting regulations. And the regulation says, should it become necessary to stop any qualifying session because the circuit is blocked by an accident or because weather or other conditions make it dangerous to continue, the clerk of the course will order the red flags to be shown at all marshal posts and the orange abort lights on the start gantry to be illuminated shown at the line. And when that signal is given, all cars must immediately reduce speed and proceed slowly back to the pit lane. Now because these orange lights were displayed before Bearman crossed the line, that's what pretty much doomed him here. But Bearman was unhappy about the situation and the confusion, with him being quoted by Autosport as saying, "We get the red light on our dash. That for me didn't happen until quite a way after I crossed the line. Watching the outboard video, it was clear that there was no red flag displayed when I crossed the line. So I believe it's totally unfair to have that deleted. I feel like once they make a decision, even if it's wrong, even if it's clearly wrong, they're not going to turn back on it, and that seems a bit harsh." But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.